Hello beautiful being, I'm Trini. Welcome to Inner Dreams and welcome to your reading. I'm so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages Spirit is bringing in for you. Trust keeps coming through. Trust, like broken trust. That may be something that you're experiencing or reflecting on, or maybe you might feel like you're struggling with it, with trust. And what Divine was bringing through earlier in meditation was that if someone has betrayed your trust, you don't have to force yourself to trust them. Trust is something that's earned, it's protected, and it increases with consistency of a person keeping their promises to you. When a person does what they commit to do with you in a relationship of any sort, lover, family, co-worker, friend, whatever, but when a person consistently follows through with their commitments to you, that allows you to have a richer sense of trust in them. And it strengthens your trust in that person, okay? So if someone has broken that chain of events where it's like they did the right thing, you trust them. They did another good thing, you trust them more. They did another good thing, you trust them more. If there have been some kinks in that chain where they have done something that they were not supposed to do, okay, and something that made you wonder their level of commitment towards you, or who it is that they really are and who they really are to you, Divine says you don't have to force yourself to fill in that gap where there's missing trust because it was broken. That's a lot of pressure to put on yourself, and it can really take a toll on your mental health, okay? Because a person needs to earn your trust and respect your trust and protect your trust. And so if that has been broken by another person's actions, then please just give yourself grace. If you're still connected to this person, maybe you're working on the relationship, or maybe you're just letting go of whatever pain this has brought you, whether you're with the person still or not. Divine says to allow yourself to honor the fact that there's missing trust there. That's not a flaw within you. Okay? Divine says, remind them that they can always trust the divine. You can always trust the divine. So even when you have been betrayed by humans, by other beings that exist here in this 3D, okay? Or maybe you have crossed over, but they betrayed you and maybe you still carry that pain with you. Divine says to honor the fact that you are in a state right now where you don't trust them. You still have that feeling of betrayal, and that's okay. Okay? You can still trust the divine. You can still trust the divine. You can trust your connection to your higher self. You can trust your connection to your creative energy, to the love that you feel within yourself, or for anything in this world for that matter. Love is a powerful thing, and it will help you to release some of the pain that you may feel from a broken heart, or from a betrayal, or maybe just disappointment that there isn't the trust that you want to feel in a relationship. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay, so this is number 9. Discovery, inquiry, weirdness, curiosity. I feel like you've been seeing some weirdness around you This feels like an experience that you had with another person or other people. It's like there are people around you who are very curious about you. They don't understand you. Maybe they have labeled you as weird. But that's not an insult. It's a compliment, because what they see in you, they know that they want more of it. They want to watch it. They want to see it. They want to discover your secrets. I'm getting Venus energy from you, okay? Love, beauty, abundance, prosperity. These are the vibes that people pick up about you, and they find you very intriguing. But they also find you different, you know, because usually what intrigues us, it makes us want to know more about it, and there's something there that you know you can't get just anywhere. They think of you as very rare. But the thing about it is that these people around you haven't always treated you with respect. In fact, some may have mistreated you a lot, or in a very deep way, okay? So, Divine is saying that cutting cords is really going to be very helpful to you, because there are some beings around you who have been monitoring you so much, and they've been tuned into your energy and trying to figure you out so much that you have become very aware of their existence. And Divine says that that doesn't serve you anymore. I was reading just the other day how humans who grow up in a traumatic home environment tend to develop a very sensitive nature to their surroundings. You're very, very alert and aware of your surroundings because you had to be growing up, because you wanted to prevent maybe some sort of abuse, or you wanted to prevent some sort of bad mood in the house. You know, you didn't want a parent to get into a bad mood, so you would try to predict it and stave it away if you could, or avoid it. So these behaviors that we have to these low vibrations, we're heavily impacted by our past, okay? And your ability to tune into a situation and be so aware of everything that's going on, it does freak people out, because they know that you know what's going on, okay? And that not only scares them, because they've got skeletons in their closet that they do not want revealed, okay? And the amazing thing is that you're focused on speaking to whomever. You're sort of delivering your messages, your words, your communication from an overall sense of love for the universe. You want there to be positive growth and healing. But a lot of people who are stuck in their own evil think that everything is about them. So when you say something, they might grow very paranoid that you're talking about them. They're growing curiouser and curiouser about you, about your gifts, about your sense of awareness. They don't get how you know what you know, and how it is that you feel what you feel. So Divine is saying that at one time it served a purpose to be energetically connected to these people, even though they were low vibe, because you were able to identify it and alchemize it. Okay, you've used their low vibes to boost you in some way. For some of you, you have taken more care and time with yourself. That's something that you've started to do because you knew that you needed to keep your vibe high and away from these low vibe beings. Some of you have made remarkable growth within your health and your well-being Okay, you've started doing something really great to take care of yourself, and that is going to extend your life, and it's going to make your life so much more worthwhile and enjoyable, because when you are healthy, you can enjoy life, you know. And for those of you who are on a road to recovery, I send healing energy to you. Ashe, divine healing vibrations. And may you enjoy your life right where you are, and as you heal. Ashe. Yeah. So cutting cords is recommended at this time, because having an attachment to these people, to these beings that no longer serves you, you've learned the lessons that you needed. They are going to remain curious about you. They are going to remain very inquisitive about you, very nosy. For some of you, these people around you are very nosy, and they're going to continue to want to know about you. And the thing about it is, you know, if you wonder, is this negative energy being sent from this person? Well, were they sending you positive energy? I mean, a person can think about you on a daily basis, and then you're feeling those vibrations, right? You're picking up on it. You're sensitive to that. That could be somebody that you pass on the street. That could be somebody in traffic that you accidentally pissed off, or maybe they're just pissed today. So at any given time, someone could send you negative energy, but it only impacts you if you believe in the power of their energy. If you believe that they have power over you, then yes, those low vibes are in your field and will impact you, but not if you say, I know who you are, and I know what you are, and I vibe higher than that. So please remember that you vibe higher than any of these beings who are around you wanting to know about you if there's some stalking going on. You know, that's just a sign that you have something very special, honestly. And I know it can be very unsettling, especially if you're a person who enjoys your privacy. You value that. All right, you just don't want people up in your energy like that, right? Unless you called for them. But these are some beings that you didn't call for. But you still have access to enjoyment in your life. It's something that Divine is inviting you to overcome, and to learn to not allow to bother you as these people are trying to get up in your energy, and to learn how to vibe on a frequency so much higher than that naturally, and to use the tools in your toolkit to raise your vibration so that you're not falling at the hands of these beings, okay? These mischievous beings. This came up, okay, so the forests. This is 8. That's interesting because this was 9. This is 8. So 9, something coming to an end and a new beginning. It's a new beginning for you of vibing higher. Okay, you're ascending. You may be experiencing some ascension symptoms, okay? Take good care of yourself. Stay hydrated. Get the rest that you need. You might need more sleep. And some time outdoors would be really, really helpful at this time. And that leads us to the forest. This is 8. This is about your endurance. This is about the fact that the creations that you give birth to here on earth, they will last not only a lifetime, but for future lifetimes as well. It's a part of your legend. It's a part of your legacy. What you're creating, what you're building. Okay, the forest. Seeing the bigger picture. Yeah, see, Divine wants you to be like that that hawk or that falcon right there. Okay? And they say that you have it in you. You just have to remember that you have the ability to fly above any distractions or low vibrations. They said you're so much higher than that. Just remember that you're higher than that. Okay? You're so much higher than the low energy. Divine, what does this beautiful being need to know? Okay, wow. Knowledge and gratitude. Divine is calling you to really take a look at all that you have learned, all that you've taught yourself to do, okay? To be on your journey. You've become so much more aware and so much more in tune with divine energy. There are things that you know how to do that you didn't know how to do 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or even a month ago, because you are on a quest for knowledge and you're gaining so much more perspective. Just like that bird, you're able to see the bigger picture. Also, Divine is saying that there are lots of aspects of troublesome events that you've experienced and that you've overcome, obstacles, for some of you, addictions that you've overcome. And Divine is saying that all of these things that you have overcome are coming together where you're going to create something that represents all the lessons that you have. All of the knowledge that you have is coming together, and you're going to share this in some creative way. For some of you, you already know what this creative way is. You're already on your path of creation. For some of you, you're just supposed to take time to express gratitude for the work you have done. This is like giving thanks to yourself, honoring yourself. And in that state of gratitude, you're going to receive visions of what it is that you're meant to create. Okay? The numbers 35, 34 might be significant right now. Or 8 or 9. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. What does this beautiful being need to know at this time? Ooh. Okay. Card 3, heartache and loss. So yeah, I feel that sense of betrayal coming through. That just slipped over there like that. The forest, seeing the bigger picture. Yeah, it's like there's a way that you're really going to win and gain a lot of abundance, but for some of you, notoriety as well. Okay, some of you are really here to reach large numbers of people. And for some of you, you're totally ready for that. You're like, bring it. And some of you are like, wait, I don't like connecting with a lot of people. I don't like that feeling of all that energy that you're still learning how to process. But Divine says that every step of the way, you're going to be divinely protected. You are divinely protected. And so if you are more introverted and you have such a rich inner world, and that's what you prefer to focus on, but you feel that your soul's path is leading you to connect with lots of people, just know that Divine will guide you the entire way. And that there's no obstacle that you cannot overcome on your path, because you're doing your soul's work. So you're going to have the support that you need. Okay, so movement, choices, and decisions. There's... Wow. Okay, so when I look here, it's like you have access to blessings of abundance and love. I see, whether it's a platonic or romantic relationship, I see a really beautiful connection here. Okay. Also, earth rituals. Divine says that you're divinely supported as you connect with the earth at this time to ground yourself. Walk barefoot, sit in the grass, sit by a tree, connect with nature. Okay. This is going to give you the inspiration that you need as you walk through these obstacles, overcome these obstacles that have held you back before on your creative process. You're going to get ideas with those clouds there. They're happy clouds though. They're like cumulus clouds, right? It looks like clouds that can take you somewhere, not clouds that keep you down and feeling sad, okay? So you're going to get lots of ideas as you connect with nature. And also as you open up to love in your world, in your life. It's like there's a connection either that you have already experienced, you are experiencing, or you soon will. And you are really strongly guided to open up to this connection. It's the energy of healthy attachment. So, like in the world of psychology, and I'm not an expert on that, but there is attachment. And a lot of times as spiritualists, we're like, no attachments, because we have to become detached in order to become one with divine. But in psychology, you can have healthy attachments. And it's something that we develop our attachment style with our parent or with a sibling or whomever we come in contact with because of our initial caretakers, usually our parents or whoever raised you from the time of your birth. And so it's like this person that you're going to come in contact with or that is already in your life, I feel like there's some heartache and loss associated there with this relationship, but there's a level of forgiveness that Divine is saying would be recommended, okay? It would be beneficial to you. Not something that you have to force, just something that Divine is guiding you to be open towards. If there's a sense of blockage there, or like when you think of this person, you come to an impasse, like it just like there's frustration there, maybe anger. There is room there in that space for forgiveness. And that's something that's going to impact all those other portals, all those other aspects in your life. This was the first one that stood out to me. I saw those rings, and I've never seen that before when I looked at this card. I've had this deck for a long time. But, yeah, it's like that healthy connection, nurturing that healthy attachment or healthy bond with that person, as attachments are related to relationships. That's going to bring, it's like a portal of healing energy for you. And you may have noticed that when that was out of sync, when you felt like your connection with this person was out of tune, out of harmony, you noticed that it was like a ripple effect in other areas of your life. Maybe finances became difficult or slowed down. Maybe your creative energy just wasn't as lit as you like it to be or as it normally is. So this connection, as healing energy is received into it and it's nurtured with healing energy, and that's something that you can do for yourself. Even if you're not with this person currently, you can still open up to healing energy regarding any heartache and loss that you faced or experienced in that relationship. And that is going to help you immensely. It's going to bring accelerated motion with something. This is a dream. While she's looking up there at the star, okay? It's going to open up to lots of really positive movement forward on your creative path. Your crown chakra is going to experience more connection with the divine, a stronger flow of energy from the divine. It's like a reawakening of your crown chakra. Yeah, because see, there's been some conflict related to the fulfillment of a wish for you, okay? And the fulfillment of your wish is right there, but there's like self-doubt that's been getting in the way. There's a feeling of going backwards, not forwards, okay? This also has to do with some energies around you. So there were other people involved. Okay, I see that here. But look, they look like ghosts. This is spiritual. This was spiritual warfare. And Divine is saying that that's why they want you to see the bigger picture, is that there's always spiritual warfare. You're beyond the attacks that they were sending your way. You're beyond the impact that they can have on you. As long as you remind yourself of that. If you tell yourself that this is your situation because of some negative energy that you have picked up on, then that's you creating your reality. Divine says that you're so much more powerful than how these low vibe beings want you to see yourself as, okay? So I feel like whatever beings have been around you, they played a role in this connection and the heartache and the sense of loss that you felt. But Divine is presenting them now as like just figures in the fog. They're not in a place where they can impact you like they used to, because you have ascended. You're out of their reach. You see that? It's like that's how they are right here. They're trying to reach you. They're running up those steps, but they can't reach you. Okay? Because realistically, you're all the way up here. But in your mind, sometimes you felt like you're down here. So Divine wants you to see the reality of what it is. Okay? See that you are soaring above these haters and these wannabe players. And okay, you're moving on, you're moving forward, and Divine wants to reassure you that your movement forward brings abundance. That's why you see that light there. That's why you see those leaves, because there's growth, okay? Also, this is about you crossing over from the darkness into the light. You are awakening the light inside you. I think it's the Gayatri mantra. Gayatri mantra. But I'm going to put a link to that either in this video description or in the community post, because it's about awakening your light. It's really, really beautiful. I love it. And it's great for places in your life where you really can tell that you're coming from a dark space into a light space. But we need support at all areas of our path, all phases, okay? And so it's good to have that mantra nurture your frequency as you step into the light and awaken to so much consciousness. You're a very conscious being. Okay, there might be some discontent that you're feeling at this time, but there's a success that's like right around the corner. Okay, so if you can be patient and hold on, you might feel like you haven't made the level of progress that you hoped to, or you might be feeling a little bored with a choice that you made. But Divine says that you're going to have clarity regarding a triumphant success that you have accomplished. Okay, so, and you know what? I see also, because these were here together, the discontent and boredom and the emotional loss. So it's very possible that some sense of sadness or heartache is sort of spreading to another area of your life. So if you are feeling like you've experienced an emotional loss or some sense of sadness or grief, then that might be giving you a feeling of boredom, or like you're just not happy with something that you used to be happy with. And that's just contagious energy. There's nothing wrong with whatever it was that you were feeling content with before and now you've become bored with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's that there's sort of like this energy of sadness in another area that's making you think that everything in your life is bad. And it's not. You are a triumphant success. And not only are you one, but you're manifesting this energy in your life. But it's about like the vibe that the past is putting on your present. And Divine says that if you see the bigger picture, all of the greatness that you are, that you have inside of you, and that you've awakened to, you've become aware of, you would really step back and be like, you know what? I got this. And that's what it's going to do, is seeing how you've grown and focusing on the success that you have achieved and accomplished and that you're still accomplishing. That's going to put sunshine throughout your whole life. Every aspect of your life, it's going to shed light on it. And you're going to see all of the wonderful things that you are and that you do and that you're becoming. Okay. Excuse me, I had a cough drop. I love my Ricolas. Alright, I want to see what's going on in this deck. Ooh, Seduction, Secret, Necropolis. Yeah. There's like this this energy of temptation and of, it feels like just really dark ego energy and lies and hidden agendas that were reinforced because of this. Like this could have been someone that you knew or were in a relationship with, and it feels like something was hidden. But that's coming to an end with the Necropolis there. Okay, so you've got seduction. I see that as like dark ego energy. Somebody looking out for themselves, wanting to cast a veil over someone in order to project an image that they wanted. Okay, there were secrets here. Denial of the truth. Somebody was denying the truth. But that's over. That's over. This could have played out in your relationship. This could have played out with in a relationship with a child. Maybe someone was influencing that. Or this could have been a relationship with directly with another person, where this person was being not sadistic. For some, it could have gone to that extent. This could have been a very sadistic person. But I feel like for some of you, it's just someone who was stuck in their ego. They didn't know what they needed to know. They weren't aware, okay? They were vibing low because they didn't have the awareness that they needed to know how to do better, how to be better. Please tell me about this person. This could have been someone that you either were a mentor to, or they were a mentor to you. It's like there's some sort of teacher-student vibe here, okay? Maybe this was someone that you were sharing spiritual knowledge with, or life awareness, you know, trying to help instill wisdom in this person, or helping them to make wise choices. You got athlete here. So this is someone who cares about their physical development, their physical well-being. I see this person is concerned about their health. They are invested in their health. They want to make positive choices regarding their health. Companion and thief. Hedonist. Okay, somebody was way too into their physical needs. Yeah, that's what this feels like. A person who was like too much into their body because of their ego. It wasn't like necessarily from a place of, I just want to be healthy. They wanted to look a certain way in order to promote themselves and to attract people. Okay, this could be someone that you had a relationship with and spent time with. Okay, there's an investment of time and energy here. I see you as very loyal, not selfish at all. Okay, maybe that's one reason for this experience, was to help you to develop a little bit of selfishness. I mean, sometimes we need that because we don't know what we're worth. And so at some point in this connection, I feel like you didn't know your worth. And so this person was very selfish, taking advantage of the fact that you didn't know that you could have asked for so much more. You could have expected so much more from this person, and you would have been right on point. But you asked for less because you thought you deserved less. You did not know the depth of your beauty and your value. So somebody came along and took something. I feel like this person, this being, could have taken something away from you, and maybe that's the reason for this heartache and loss. Yeah. So Divine is just opening up space now for you to receive comfort in the place of that heartache and loss. Wherever it is that you feel betrayed, you feel like this person hid things from you and took something away from you that they didn't deserve to. Divine is welcoming you to allow healing energy, divine healing energy, to flow into that space that hurts. Okay. And also to recognize the many ways in which you have gained strength from this series of events, okay, from this experience. And whether this is a story of restoration and forgiveness, or a story of moving forward with this person remaining in the past and being grateful for that learning opportunity. That opportunity to come to understand your boundaries and your worth. Because all of us have to learn that at some point in time. There are some parents who raise their children to be very aware of their emotional value, their spiritual strength and knowledge and all of those things, but it's very few. Many of us have to learn that as we go through life. And that's what makes life life, you know? These experiences that we have where we learn and we grow. And sometimes we hurt. But for that, there's alchemy. We can alchemize that pain and let it make us more conscious and more trusting of the divine, because we know what we've been through. Divine wants to remind you that you are strong, that you are beautiful, that you are full of love and full of grace and dignity. And you are an extremely beautiful being. Alright, I'm going to close with a goddess card. I loved closing with this deck in the last reading. So I'm like, let's go again. Let's see what goddess or goddesses are supporting you at this time. Thank you. Thank you, Divine. White Tara. Okay, yeah. Sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. This is your energetic awareness, your psychic ability. You're growing and you're becoming stronger. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. Be very good to yourself, very gentle with yourself. You know, opening up, talking about the trust. There's no need to put yourself at a place in a relationship where you don't, it's just not there. Just accept that it is what it is right now. And that there is abundance right here where you are. And where you are right now, nurture yourself. Keep your environment clean. And you're going places. I'm hearing this lawnmower out here. It's like, it's revving up. It's revving up. You're gaining power. You're gaining strength. And so you are in a sensitive state right now because you're so aware. But just know that every time you ascend, you will grow accustomed to that level of energy. And then you'll be ready to ascend again. And it keeps happening over and over again. But you're evolving so beautifully. Alright, I hope that you have enjoyed this message. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can leave me a nice comment if you like. Sometimes I think that the people I attract to my channel are introverts like me, so I understand not commenting. But yeah, drop me a little, I like the lotus. Put a lotus down there for me. I love that. Because we're all evolving and we're all growing. Or put a moon, because I love the moon. I'll say. Alright, I'm being silly now. Okay, so yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy. And I wish you so many blessings. Take care.